Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints for the channel for something content for our match review as Southampton advanced into the 5th round of the FA Cup I was about to say this morning, it kind of felt like that this afternoon with a 1-0 win over Arsenal at St Mary's. A fantastic performance, a fantastic result as we knock out the holders of the FA Cup. Before we get into it though, do make sure you've hit that subscribe button with your notifications turned on. We're almost at 3,000 subs, so the sooner we get there, of course, the better. Follow us on all our socials, and of course this video is kindly sponsored by the guys over at Pitch Sport, so if you haven't yet downloaded that app, make sure you do. Link is in the description. Right, let's get into it. Yeah, overall fantastic performance from the Saints. A little bit nervy towards the end, with it still being 1-0, but a great start from us. You know, it was a really strong lineup, probably the strongest available at the moment, with Fraser Forster in goal, maybe the slight exception, but it was like a league game or a league lineup really. You know, off the top of my head, it was Forster in goal, of course Bertrand and Walker-Peters as the fullback, Stevens and Bednarek the centre-backs, Diallo and Ward-Prowse in midfield, Armstrong on the right, Walcott on the left, and then Adams and Ings up front. Good to have Danny Ings back particularly. And as for Arsenal, it was, I think, 7 changes they made from their last league game, which was a 3-0 win over Newcastle. And it just didn't look like they wanted it today. Like I said, great start from us. You know, high pressing, forcing a couple of errors from the Arsenal defence in their box. In the final third. You know, Ward-Prowse hitting the bar with a freakish corner kind of set the tone very early on. And in the end, we did make the breakthrough as Kyle Walker-Peters sort of had an effort. It was heading in on goal, but it was a massive deflection. And in the end, it has gone down as an own goal from Gabriel, who didn't have the best of games for Arsenal today. But yeah, Walker-Peters, in fairness to him, celebrated it, being the ex-Spurs player that he is, playing Arsenal. You know, fair play to him. It's a shame the goal didn't go down as his, but you can't say that it was his goal. It took a massive deflection. But, you know, I think from there, you know, Arsenal didn't react at all. If anything, it looked like we were going to go and get another one or maybe even another 2 and really kill off the tie. But unfortunately, before half-time, we couldn't do that. So going into the break, it was 1-0. And you kind of do worry that with the players Arsenal had on the bench, you know, they could bring on the cavalry if you like at half-time and completely change the game and get themselves back into it. And then by the end, win the game. But they didn't do that. It took Mikel Arteta about 15 minutes into the second half to bring on Thomas Partey, and I think it was Saka as well who came on. Both of whom changed the game, but again, Southampton having great chances, or great burst forward, I should say. They didn't really create too much. But for me, yeah, I still thought, even when Arsenal were on top, we were in control. You know, we've seen it numerous times this season, particularly at home, actually. You know, somehow we've just been defending a lot better. We just look a lot more compact. Jan Bednarek, for me, man of the match. I think he was absolutely outstanding at the back today. Jack Stevens had another decent game. Bertrand was good. Walker-Peters was great. I think Diallo and Ward-Prowse are really forming a great partnership in the middle of the park. I think Adams, he doesn't look too full of confidence right now. His hold-up playing, you know, his work rate's great, but he had a great chance in the first half to give us the lead, and he just doesn't look confident. I don't know what it is. Ings, of course, coming back after a couple of weeks out, so was always going to be a little bit tired, but he looked relatively sharp in terms of his play, not necessarily in front of goal. But overall, yeah, like I said, Arsenal tried to turn up and get themselves an equaliser before the end of the game in normal time. They couldn't do that, and we held on. You know, I think we were great value for our win. I think we deserved it, and yeah, you can't help but feel like this might be a good opportunity to go on a run in the FA Cup. You can't say now, you know, now being in the 5th round, we're going to go on and win the whole thing. That's just not realistic. But we've got a relatively winnable tie in the 5th round. A tough one away at Wolves, but nonetheless, I think it's winnable. You know, if you look at league form, particularly recently, I think we can go to Molineux and get ourselves into the quarterfinals. So we'll obviously have to see. But yeah, overall, I'm buzzing for this. I really like the Cup. I said it in the preview. I'm a big fan of the FA Cup, and I think if I was to prioritise this one or the league game on Tuesday night, it was always going to be this one. So yeah, let's see what happens on Tuesday night. I think it's going to be a much stronger Arsenal that we face. And yeah, well, I think it's going to be the same side for us, but obviously we'll talk about that in the preview ahead of the game in the league on Tuesday. But thank you very much for watching. That is the end of it. I just wanted to get a few thoughts out. There wasn't too much that happened actually in the game, but let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. Do you think we were good value for our win? Should we have scored more? Who is your man of the match, etc.? And if you have enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't yet already, follow us on all of our socials, and we'll see you ahead of another game at home against Arsenal with our match preview before Tuesday. See you then, guys.